Hello everyone, my name is LaPrecious and welcome to my channel. Let's talk with LaPrecious. So today I'll be talking to you all about the pre-show and the halftime show at the Super Bowl. Honestly, when it came to the game, it really didn't interest me that much. I didn't see anything exciting about it. So I didn't even bother watching the whole Super Bowl this year. Now, moving along to the pre-show, I remember there were two girls singing, and I forgot what they sung, but it was a national song. Their names were Chloe and Haley. I don't remember hearing their music, and I've never really been interested in their music, but I had seen them on Instagram from time to time, and I found out last night after they performed that they were Beyonce's proteges. I thought they did a really good job. I thought they both looked really pretty, and I felt like they held their own during the Super Bowl. Another thing that I want to say that was intriguing about the Super Bowl was Gladys Knight's performance of the national anthem. And I thought she did a really good job. You know, she had that Gladys Knight presence and the Gladys Knight voice that everybody knows her for. And I think she did a good job with her performance. And I felt like a lot of people were hesitant or even a little mad about her performance because we all know that Colin Kaepernick has been on his stance for years and years on end about not performing in the Super Bowl or even in the NFL because he feels like people need to take a stance about how white people, especially the white people in the federal government, whether it be from the federal government all the way down to the police departments, have treated people of color, especially black people. So a lot of people have been standing with him and a lot of people have been riding for him, but I feel like his stance is starting to go away for a lot of people. And I feel like people are starting to move past that and to make their own decisions about whether they want to perform or not. Because I think that instead of people wanting to take a national stance against the federal government or against white supremacy or racism in the NFL, they're looking at it as a way to, number one, make money, but to also make their own history known and to make their own name known in one of the most prolific events in American history, which is the Super Bowl. Because, you know, we've had people like Whitney Houston, who by far is known as the only one that ever did the best national anthem performance at the Super Bowl. Then you had Beyonce, amongst others, who made history and really made a grand slam during the Super Bowl. So I'm sure a lot of people like, you know, Colin Kaepernick has a point and whatnot, but I can't keep standing for him when I'm missing out on blessings and opportunities for myself. And I do remember seeing an article about Travis Scott, who I'll be moving on to eventually, of how he didn't speak to Colin Kaepernick about him performing and whatnot, but he felt like he needed to do it because he wanted to make his money. And even Cardi B, who was supposed to perform at the halftime show this year, she decided not to because she wanted to take a stance with Colin Kaepernick. But she even said she was a little conflicted about it because she knew she would be missing out on a lot of money. But of course, she did a Pepsi commercial during the Super Bowl, so I'm sure she made a couple of millions from that commercial. And she also did some type of Super Bowl, I think, pre-show or after-show performance. So I'm sure she probably made her millions from that. So I'm sure by her not even performing at the halftime show, she didn't lose that much. So moving along to the halftime show, I thought the halftime show on a scale of 1 to 10 was a solid 6. The reason why I say it was a 6 because Maroon 5 has always been my favorite rock band, especially Adam Levine. He has a pretty voice. You know, he any song he's ever sung, he's made it sound good. And I mean, last night they performed hit after hit. I was singing along and dancing and everything. And then they brought out Big Boy from Outkast. I was disappointed in that because he only did like one song, I Like the Way You Move. And I'm like, this could have really been a big thing to see him and Andre 3000 perform and get on stage and, you know, perform a lot of those hits that we know them for, whether it be from the 90s up until the early 2000s before they split. And this really would have been a big deal for them because they were in their home city of Atlanta. And the last person that performed was Travis Scott. I mean, He did a good job. He did his thing and whatnot. He did cuss, and they had to bleep it out because I forgot the name of the company that protects a lot of broadcasted shows. Where if you curse or do anything vulgar on TV, you can get sued. But other than that, that's just how I felt about the halftime show. I felt that it could have been a little bit better. They could have called on more interesting artists to perform. And I just felt like it was just a lot of lackluster with this year's Super Bowl. So that's my take on the Super Bowl shows. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, leave a comment in the comment section, and to like this video. Have a good day.